a machine with strong brakes but no engine. This is how Jawaharlal Nehru famously described the Government of India Act of 1935. It was a lengthy and complex piece of legislation, a product of years of debate and negotiation. The Act aimed to bring about significant changes in the governance of India, then under British rule. Nehru's evocative metaphor captured the Act's dual nature. It offered some advancements but fell short of granting Indians true autonomy. The Act was introduced in the British Parliament by Sir Samuel Hoare, the Secretary of State for India. It proposed a federal structure for India, with provinces and princely states coming together under a central government. The Act also expanded the franchise, giving more Indians the right to vote in provincial elections. However, key areas like defence and foreign affairs remained under British control. The Act aimed to appease Indian nationalists while safeguarding British interests. It was a delicate balancing act that ultimately satisfied neither side. The nationalists saw it as too little, too late, while many in Britain felt it conceded too much. The Government of India Act of 1935 introduced a federal system for India. This was a significant departure from the existing unitary structure. The Act envisaged a federation consisting of British Indian provinces and princely states. These were to be given a degree of autonomy, with their own legislatures and executive councils. The Act also proposed a bicameral legislature at the centre, with a federal assembly and a council of state. These bodies would have limited powers, with the Viceroy retaining ultimate authority. The franchise was expanded, but still, only a small percentage of Indians were eligible to vote. The Act introduced the concept of responsible government at the provincial level. This meant that elected ministers would be responsible to the provincial legislatures. However, this was subject to significant limitations, as the governors retained wide-ranging powers. Despite its limitations, the Government of India Act of 1935 is considered a significant milestone in India's journey towards independence. The Act's provisions, though flawed and incomplete, laid the groundwork for a future independent India. Many features of the Act, such as the federal structure, the bicameral legislature, and the office of the President, were incorporated into the Constitution of India. The Act's emphasis on provincial autonomy also had a lasting impact. It paved the way for the reorganization of states along linguistic lines after independence. The Act also served as a valuable learning experience for Indian leaders. They gained practical experience in running governments, albeit with limited powers. The Government of India Act of 1935 was the culmination of years of debate and deliberation. Sir Samuel Hoare, the Secretary of State for India, played a key role in drafting and piloting the Act through the British Parliament. He believed that the Act offered a framework for a gradual transition to self-rule. Lord Wellington, the Viceroy of India from 1931 to 1936, oversaw the initial stages of the Act's implementation. He faced the challenging task of reconciling the competing demands of Indian nationalists and British officials. His successor, Lord Linlithgow, who became Viceroy in 1936, presided over the Act's full implementation. The Act was passed in an era of great political ferment in India. The Indian National Congress, led by Mahatma Gandhi, was demanding complete independence. The Act, with its limited concessions, failed to quell the nationalist movement. The Government of India Act of 1935 had far-reaching consequences, some unintended. The Act included a provision for the separation of Burma from India. This was based on the view that Burma had a distinct cultural and historical identity. Burma became a separate colony in 1937. The Act also exacerbated communal tensions in India. The expansion of the franchise was based on separate electorates for different religious communities. This deepened divisions and fueled the demand for Pakistan. The Government of India Act of 1935 was a complex and controversial piece of legislation. It was a product of its time, reflecting the prevailing political realities and imperial anxieties. While it failed to satisfy Indian aspirations for self-rule, it laid the groundwork for India's future constitution.